Okay. Hey guys, good afternoon. 3:25, late afternoon. Oh man, I'm just not getting up, y'all. Let me tell you. The last time I talked to y'all, I was cleaning the kitchen a little bit, right? Y'all, I couldn't breathe. When I tell you I couldn't breathe, it was just getting worse and worse. The machine wasn't working. I have to get some different stuff to go in that machine. It was not working. It was getting harder and harder to breathe. Like, all this was getting tight. My back was starting to hurt. I was like, oh my God. I sent Jeremiah to get me an inhaler because it was all bronchial. I could tell it was all bronchial. And so I sent him to get me an inhaler because I tried to get up and go. I could barely stand up. And I was just humped over waiting until he get back. I was like, Lord, please let them have a doggone inhaler up in that mud. Because sometimes they be out. But they actually had it. I couldn't wait till he walked through that door. I couldn't wait. Man. You know, it pays not to let it get to that extent or to that point. Right? I knew I was running out. And then I ran out. And then I was like, okay, I should be okay until Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Put the money back on the car. I just really felt that I would be. Yesterday was tough, but I got on the machine and I was fine. So I felt like, okay, if something happened, just, you know, get on the machine, you know, get you some air. You'll be alright until Sunday. No, I wasn't alright. I was not alright. So when he got the inhaler, when he brought it in here, I got in that box so fast. Y'all, took about 4 puffs. Was much better. But at that time, I had been trying to, my breathing had become so labored, and I had been trying so hard, and I was staying patient, calm, because I was like, okay, if he comes to that door without an inhaler, I'm just going to go and take myself to the hospital. Period. Emergency room I'm not going to continue to sit here. This is not going to let up. It's only going to get worse. Because even in here, when I was talking to y'all and I was coughing, right? When I blew my nose because I did my neck like that, it was in here. It was bronchial. So I went and I put on vapor rub, all that. It didn't work. Nothing was working. I was like, oh God. So yeah, if he hadn't come in with that, hospital it would have been, plain and simple. But he came in with it, nothing but God. Like I said, 4 puffs, I was better, much better. And all of this is sore, so sore because it was really labored, you know. So I went and laid down. I've been sleeping every day. Honestly, been asleep ever since. I think Jeremiah texted me something, and I was trying to respond, but it was so blurry, like I couldn't even focus. It was so blurry. I was trying to respond. I thought I pressed send. So when he came in and asked me the same question, he texted me. I'm like, I responded, but when I got up later, I never pressed send. The message was still there. It was still blinking. I never pressed send. So whatever. But yeah, so I just slept. And I'm still tired. Like, my throat is sore. I'm tired. I really am. And that's from, you know, the breathing, the labored breathing. But it's okay. I'm good now. God is good. And I'm not going to ever let it get to that again. Y'all, I'm going to make right now the pork cut loin fillet mesquite barbecue. So I'm putting it on the top to get that sear to it. Yeah, it's mesquite barbecue. And I know we done got it as I go. So I thought this last time I went shopping, I bought more onions, but I didn't. But it's fine because I have one here. I had bought a little big onion I have been using because I don't always use onions. And it would just be sitting in there and eventually I end up having to throw it out. But sometimes I use them, it's off and on. Sometimes I use them constantly, sometimes I won't. Chop up the onions, and these little bell peppers, put them on in there and put them in the oven. Put this back in the refrigerator. But I've not decided what what side I'm gonna make it just yet. Still working on that, y'all. Huh? Still working on that. I'll do the rice again at some point. So I got my little pieces of bell pepper. You know, little pieces I already cut up small. But I'm also going to leave one big one just for flavor. Just cut that little roll. Okay. You cooking? Oh, he's cray cray. Okay, I'm going to cut that brown and dipping and stuffing around in there. I'm just excited. I love it. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm a happy cat, y'all. I'm happy, happy. So I'm going to sear all four sides. Get a little crust on all four sides before I put it in the oven. Now, what happened yesterday? I apologize. Sausage in all four sides. No, thought I already finished on. Definitely gonna have to wipe down the stove here. Got grease popping everywhere. And my vegetables. My bell peppers and onions. Smells so good. Y'all remember back in the day when I used to cook for my kids, I used to love to cook because of the smell and nothing else, the bell peppers. I would put bell peppers and onions in everything because the smell alone made me feel like I was cooking a 10-course meal or something. You know, it just smelled so good. It has the house smelling good, you know. But of course, I want it to do more than just it smelling good. I want it to taste good as well. So I think I've gotten better. I never was the best cook. I just do the best I can with what I know and what tastes good to me. So definitely, I think I've gotten a lot better over the years. I'm very considerate of other people. You know, I don't necessarily always cook because it's something I like. Or I'm gonna cook because I like it. I'm gonna cook it this way because that's the way I like it. I try to cook it, you know, so everyone can enjoy. Right? Now, because this is already seasoned, I'm not going to do anything to it. Usually I add more seasonings. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is wait and see how it tastes first. You can always add a little seasoning later if you need. Down my top right quick. Keep putting my top different places than normal. Sometimes I'll put stuff back where it belongs. Sometimes I won't. We've all been there. We all do it. So now I add water because I'm going to put this in the oven. I just want it to cook. Probably going to leave it on top too. That. Oh, the pot fell. Yep, had me joking. Oh, I waste that. My oven is on 350. Put my towels back. Line them up. Nice and neat. Alright, this is stuck already. My stove really clean. So all that. Turn the water off. And eat my salad, y'all. See how this tastes. Can't let these sit too long because I think the salads let it sit too long and start to wither. But this is chopped chipotle and cheddar. It has ranch dressing, but I'm not using the ranch dressing. I don't do ranch. Oh, yes, I do. Wait. Oh, I'm thinking French. I do French. I don't like ranch. It's a lot of salad. So, I'm just going to have part of it, not all of it. This don't look like ranch. Ain't ranch the white stuff? That don't look like ranch. It gives you tortilla chips. I'm not going to eat them all. Because I'm not going to eat the whole salad. So, put this leftover tortilla chips in a Ziploc. Yeah, I realized I still forgot to get shredded cheese. I'm gonna use all this cheese. I'm just gonna use part of it. This is a big salad, and I'm just not using the whole salad. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put my leftover cheese in the same bag as the chips, and then I'm gonna go in the refrigerator. Okay. I don't have a big Ziploc, so twist this. And it's gonna go in the refrigerator. I don't want it to wilt or waste. Here. And then they said ranch, but this look more like French, right? French Thousand Island I can do, but ranch, no. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. Smell it. Smell like no ranch. Maybe it's got ranch in it, but it tastes just like Chipotle. The sauce. And that's what type of salad it is. It's Chipotle sauce. Maybe it has some ranch in it. But I like Chipotle. If it got ranch in it, well, probably one of the only times I'll eat it. So again, I'm going to put the rest of it in a bag. I'm trying to remember what I was watching when I laid down. Because I took it off of, I told y'all I was watching, what was it? G.I. Joe. I took it off of that. And I started watching the Korean K-drama I was watching, and it was actually good because now they really got you confused with who the killer is, right? Hold on one second, y'all. Let me put this. Yeah, now they have you so confused now with who the killer is. Try to light over here because it got dark. Put y'all right here right quick. See my whole little mess I made over there. Sometimes that's what you do to get comfortable, you know? Sometimes you just have those days when you feel like laying around. Today's the day. So, hold on. Whew. Just getting up and doing that a little bit, y'all. It could just be the oven too, like I said, the heat. That's one thing I remember a lady told me. She was like, when it come down to your breathing and the asthma, she said, it don't matter. Take as many puffs as you need until you get the relief you need. That's why as soon as they put the money on my card, I'm going to get a second inhaler. I'm not playing with it. And y'all, I usually have a bunch of them because when they died, I said he had gave me a bunch of them, but I guess over time I used them all, which is weird because I had not been using them for so long. I had been doing so good. So I do believe that a lot of it is Chapo, because it's just been so long since I've had to use the inhaler. So I do believe a lot of it is Chapo, here and there, and the fact that a lot of times I think I'm just these allergies and sinuses. I honestly don't think it's a cold or anything, but again, I turned it from G.I. Joe and I went ahead and watched there's two K-dramas that I watched, but this one I watched was the something behind, I forgot the name, but touch behind, anyway, and the next episode won't be till tomorrow. Oh, how I wish I could see it today. I don't even care if I had to watch it in Korean. I would watch it because I'm so curious. So now, the way they got it now is the possible killer is the guy that was been helping her the whole time. Been helping them the whole time. And it freaking makes sense if he's the killer. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name and Nazareth, for this food I pray. Amen. It makes sense, right? And I'm hoping they're wrong with that. So it's two of them. Who could be the killer? And like the cop was saying, the killer has to have psychic ability too of some sort, right? So it was going off the fact that there was a third one because the dude that's been helping them, the original guy, remember there's two of them that had the ability, right? They both were touching the cow at the same time, just in different areas. So he can see people by touching their legs, she can see them by touching their butts, right? So having said that, I told y'all that when she touched the one that could see people by touching the leg, he told her about someone that was in the barn that was there the same time they were, that was standing off looking, was about the same height, a little bit taller than him, but shorter than the cop, right? So because of that, they've been going off all this time that there's a third person, and this third person obviously has some sort of psychic ability too because they were there, and that's why this person has been avoiding them. So now that her father has passed away, and the government man, Governor Shaw was murdered. And they tried to pin the murder on her dad because the dad walked in on the murderer. So the murderer obviously had to frame dad. Dad would be a perfect person to frame because dad has always felt that the congressman was responsible for his daughter's death, which is the girl's mom. They tried to frame it and say it was suicide. So he would be a perfect alibi. Thing is, the man could barely stand up and walk. How could he commit a murder? Even if dude was drunk, and he was passed on out on the couch, right? But with all the stab wounds, think about it. How is it that man? I guess he stabbed himself too. Here's the thing. Or passed out or whatever. Point is, with all the stab wounds, wouldn't her father have had blood all over him? If there's blood on the wall, on the light switch and all that, wouldn't dad have blood all over him? Because you stabbing somebody, and the dude that's doing all the stabbing usually got a raincoat on. Why he ain't got a raincoat on? That's usually his MO. Where the raincoat at? Where all the blood at? Right? minus just the blood on the knife that was conveniently placed in the old man's hand while the old man was laying on his back away from where the stabbing took place. Why he over there somewhere passed out? It don't make sense. On his back, right? So that was staged. Anybody can tell that was staged. And then the blood that, well, that's not important, but so she didn't get to her grandfather before he died, that she could put her hand on his butt so she could see what he saw. So that still leaves them with not knowing who the murderer is. So they're still thinking, except her, that it's the young dude who she likes. And so he's just conveniently disappeared. So he finally shows up and comes to her granddad's funeral, and he was telling her, I'm sorry that I'm late, I'm sorry I'm not even dressed properly or whatever. And he just looked so sad and just out of it. And she was like, did you eat? Imagine they've been trying to make her eat. So she sits him down and she's talking to him while she's giving him something to eat, and she's just listening to him talk. And he was saying, now everything he's saying explains why he just disappeared, right? In the meantime, the cop is on his way because he got word or wind that dude showed up. They've been looking for him. And he was telling her, yet again, he got a call thinking that they found his mom, right? Because his mom disappeared. No one ever could find her. So they don't know if she was killed, if she died. They don't know nothing. So every time he gets a call with somebody saying that they found his mom, they found a body that they thought was hers, so he went to look to see, whatever, or they did their testing, whatever, found out it wasn't her. It's been times he had to run to a home for where they keep people that, are out of it mentally. It's not her. So he's been back and forth, trying to find his mom. So he told her, when he came there because he really did want to kill the attorney, the governor's child, because he was like, all what you put my family through, and our family struggled and things that we went through, you run around here smiling and happy and this, that, and the other. He said, I really wanted to kill this man. And he thought about it. He was like, if I kill him, will this make my life better? Will it change anything? I still won't have my mom, right? And so that's when the other cop came and, could see that they were talking and that, whatever. And she explained to him that it's not him and this is why and da-da-da-da, right? So the cop still feels like, no, it's something to him. And he do look a little sketchy. He said something to him. And he was like, went to him, and the dude was like, so because the cop kept wanting him to sit in this chair that they all made where people sit in it, and she touches their butt, they don't know it, and that's how she get to read, right, their past and see things. And so when he said, why do you want me to sit in that chair so bad? He said, just because. He said, I'll tell you why. And he said, because you want her to touch me and read the truth. He said, how do you know? So you knew she had powers all along? He said, yeah, because she told me. Obviously he didn't really believe it at first, but he kept thinking, why would a cop always be around this animal doctor, a veterinarian? Like, why? What's the connection there? Maybe what she's saying is true, and she's helping him with cases based off some of the things that she would say and things that the cop was doing. So he kind of put two and two together. And so he was like, yeah, she can read me. And so after she read him and she seen that he wasn't guilty, she asked him, she said, all this time I was trying to touch you and you were doing everything to prevent me from touching you. Why now did you allow it? And he said, well, before you just knew I was a good guy, and before the congressman, government chop was murdered, I wanted to kill him, so I felt like you would have seen that and took me as a bad guy instead of getting to know who I really am and blah blah blah. And he did now, so I don't have to go around wanting to kill him, so it won't make me look like it would have made me look guilty. It made me look like a bad guy. He says I'm not. And so she's like, oh. So I feel like the cop is right in the sense that obviously the murderer knows that she has the ability to see, which is why the murderer has the rain jacket on to conceal his face or her. and which is why the murderer is stabbing the way they are all over the place, because they can't see. They got their eyes closed. So if the victim sees, they can't they won't be able to see him, right? So the cop was thinking that he would be the other one. They came and they arrested the shaman, thinking that he killed the governor, because the other guy with the abilities that's been helping him, who gained the abilities with her from the beginning, he touched the guy's leg and he saw that the guy had a knife and was going to try to kill the congressman prior to that. So as he was telling another cop heard it and they went and arrested him, right? Now the girl, she knew of this because remember I told y'all before, she walked up on him as he was finna do it, and once she stopped him, he cried, they talked about it, went on with life. She never reported it because nothing happened, and she like she said, he couldn't do it anyway. He wanted to, he couldn't do it anyway. He started crying, he never even did it. So he had to try to prove to them that he was innocent. Well, with their help, they were able to prove that he was innocent. Now, who's the murderer? So, as she was talking she went out to the barn, and she was talking to the dude's girlfriend. And she was like, yeah, so you can see, She's like, yeah, how do you know? She's like, well, me and Opa know everything. He doesn't keep no secrets from me. He tells me everything. So she knew about it, the powers that they have, right? She said, do you think you can help me? He gave me a beautiful ring and I can't remember what I did with it, and maybe you can help me find it, right? And so she said, sure, no problem. And just as she was going to touch the girl butt, he comes in the house and he was like, oh, no, what are you doing? And then he didn't want her to touch her. And then he was like, well, how about you ask her to help you with stuff like that? She's a busy person and he did not want her to touch her. She found that strange, and so did I, because he's never been like that. Like all of a sudden he's like that. And so when she was walking and she ended up back at the store, she was talking to her friend, and she was telling her friend, like, something just weird just happened, like he's never been like that, he didn't want me to. And she said, well, think about it, him and her are a fairly new couple, they probably getting at it. Obviously she don't want you to see that. But my thing is, if that's the case, the girl never would have asked you to touch her in the first place, right? But she's like, I think it was more to it. And the girl asked her, she said, she asked her, she said, there's no way you can clearly see the guy that he saw? And she said, no, it was more of a silhouette. So by her saying that, it made her realize, wait a minute, maybe there never was a third person. All we was going off of is what he said. What he said there was a third person. She said, maybe there never was one. Maybe what we were seeing was, when the meteor came down, it was kind of bright or whatever, or the lights that the dude had around, maybe that was a silhouette or something, a reflection of himself or whatever, who knows. But she said, maybe there never was a third person. Maybe he's the one. He has ability to see, right? He knows that she has power, right? He knows that if she touched somebody, they would be able to see, right? Boom. And as a matter of fact, y'all, now that I'm talking to y'all, I think I'm going to go back to episode 1 or 2. Or was it 3? I'm going to go back to the first murder and see if that happened before or after they got powers. Because if the murder happened before they got their powers, right? I can see him wearing a raincoat because of the blood. But the way he was, moving and stuff, I thought it was somebody drunk. It never dawned on me that it's because he couldn't see. So if the murder happened before they got their powers, then it's hard to believe that this little man is the one that did it. Because why would he conceal his eyes, his face? Or unless maybe it wasn't his intentions to do that, but it became his MO after he received powers. I don't know. But everybody that was killed, I can understand why they were. That's how they was trying to bring everything together. They was trying to figure out what's the connection, right? I forget who was the first person that got killed. It was a female, but I forget who the first person was. I forget. And he's so little, I can't see how he would kill the... I don't know, y'all. All I can say is the two girls that was killed, I can see if he did it, I can understand why he did it. It don't make it right, but I can see why he did that. That would make sense. The girls or whatever. The governor, sorry y'all. That also makes sense because everybody wanted to kill him for the most part. And the more and more his stuff started to come out, he screwed over a lot of people in the past, right? So I could see a lot of people wanting to kill him. And now that he had been appointed, he really changed his personality. He really became a nasty, mean person. So I can see a lot of people wanting to kill him. Not sure about the other guy, why he was killed. Why he would have killed him. All I can say is it's good. It's really good. And I'm sorry, y'all, I can't stand to hear people smack and chew crazy, but that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So after that went off, what did I watch? Oh, I was watching Anthony of Van Life, which I have to go back to. I was watching Anthony of Van Life, and I kept going to sleep on it, so I honestly don't remember everything that was about. So obviously I'm going to go back and rewatch that. And then right now, before I got up to put that food on and make my salad, I was watching Money B, R&B Money with Tank and Jay Valentine. And they had K. Michelle on there. And the little green neon colored hair, it was so cute on her. It looked so nice on her. But they're interviewing her little short self. She's funny. But before watching her, I was finna watch, before watching them, I was finna watch a YouTuber that I watch. Her name is Neo Kirch Baby. That's her channel name. You know, she has no legs. Her legs are going from the knee down. And she has 4 boys. Husband, he's Caucasian, she's African. And I think in this episode, you know, she was trying to lose all the weight after having a baby so that she can put her artificial legs on. So I think in this episode, she's going to put her legs, she's going to wear her legs. So yeah, before I watched that though, I wanted to go back to Life with Anthony. What is this? They say Avatar: The Last Airbenders Part 1. It's a fan film. I wonder what this looks like. It might be good. Is it a trailer though? It was said 9 months ago. I'm gonna have to go back to that. I know The Last Airbender, the movie that they had that came out. I was like, man, I know they're not finished with that. I mean, it's just we haven't had a part 2 or anything in. It's been years, so they definitely have to, come on with the next one. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Life with Anthony. 5 hours ago, yeah, I watched that, and I have to tell y'all, I'm so glad I feel much better. Y'all just don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and watch a little bit more TV, and then probably lay back down because I am still so tired. And like I said, I know it's allergies and sinuses and things like that, and it's causing my asthma to act up. So I'm just gonna relax. It's all in here. Like even when I cough, I feel like I taste smoke. I feel like I taste smoke when I cough. Anyway, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. I know I wasn't talking about much or doing much today, but this is my raw, real, honest today, right? And I'm actually enjoying the fact that I don't have anything to do and nowhere to go, just relaxing. But man, I kid y'all not, my ears itch, my throat, it's allergies. I feel like I want to scratch my throat. Let me stop. Eat my salad, watch my picture, and I'll talk to y'all later. It's going to be in the mental. I have to take control of this, right? If not, I'm just going to cause myself to feel worse, my body to hurt more. I'm just going to chill the heck out, do what I said I'm going to do, and then later run me a nice hot bath and soak in it as long as I can and go to bed. Okay, so I'll talk to y'all later when I get this food out, just to show y'all my end result. And I'll probably end up doing rice, I think, because I don't have the stuff in there to do mashed potatoes. I don't have any more potatoes to do mashed potatoes, and I think I may have a box of the fake potatoes. I'm pretty sure I do. Maybe I'll do the fake potatoes and try to get it to taste as well as I can. I don't know. But yeah, talk to y'all later. Good afternoon, you guys. It's 6 p.m. Saturday evening. Go back to sleep again. I just keep falling asleep. Sitting my little chunky self here. Chapo. So my pork is done, and it's really tasty. I went ahead and made some mashed potatoes to go with it. And what I did, because when I was watching Anthony, he made a quesadilla, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make a quesadilla. Now I didn't get shredded cheese. I forgot to get shredded cheese when I went to the grocery store, right? But I do have American cheese, and shredded cheese ain't nothing but cheese shredded, right? Regardless of whether it's American, cheddar, whatever. So that's what I used with my taco bread and some of the meat that I just made, right? So let me show y'all. I had to put some chips on my plate. There you go. I don't have any hot sauce or anything like that. Jay probably has that in his room. But look at how nice and crisp, y'all, that is. Cheesy. Oh, I can't wait to taste it. Lord, thank you for this food. In Jesus' name of Nazareth, I pray. Amen. Oh my God. It's hot. So good. Y'all be trying to hear me say it's so good. But when I tell you this is good, way better than Taco Bell. Myself another pat on my back. I'll wait till he gets up to see if he wants me to make him one. Or if he'd rather just have the meat and mashed potatoes. Oh, it's fine. But this, so good. I wish I could give you some, but I can't. You're like, whatever. Anyway, the little chips to go with that, and I have my water. I don't have any soda. I have juice in there, but I'm like, you know what? Let me have water. Been drinking a lot of juice. So for the rest of the day, it'll be water, and I'm not gonna eat anything else for the rest of the day either. Unless I find a good movie, then I might pop some popcorn. But this is so good. So good. I may not even eat all three. I should wait and taste good. I'm watching Destined With You. Picking up at episode 8. Episode 7 was the last episode that I watched yesterday, so today I'm going to pick up at 8. And actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to let it get more episodes. I'm going to wait. I'm trying to binge watch to the end. I'm gonna wait. Now, if I can't find anything else on that's really good, then maybe I might go ahead and watch it. But nope, now that I think about it, I'm gonna hold off. Anyway, see if I can find a good movie on. If I remember yesterday, I was watching Jaws 2. I keep having to restart it because I keep falling asleep on it. Not that it's a bad movie or anything, it's just the times that I choose to watch it were not good times. And I've been trying to find a good anime. Something that I have not seen yet. Or maybe something that I've seen, but it was really, really good, you know, and it's been a while. I would watch it again. There's a picture on here called Enter the Fat Dragon. Legend of Gato Kaka. After witnessing the murder of his best friend by a masked assassin with superpowers, Yoda stumbles upon a secret, and of course, you gotta read more, but Black Demon was okay. Could have been way better. Way, way better. I wish they would come out with a really, really, really good shark movie. Transformers Age of the Extinction. Age of Extinction. Okay, slow it down, say it right. I think I'm gonna watch that. Violence, alcohol use, and foul language. PG-13. Yeah, we're gonna watch Transformers. Age of Extinction. I think about it. If I had to say it fast again, it would have been extinction. I think the last one, that Transformer, was indeed one of the best. Some people don't think so. I do. I think that was good. And you know, Transformers is one that can go on forever and ever, because if y'all remember the comics, man, the cartoon, the comics went on and on and on and on. There was so many different Transformers that came around and so many different storylines, and it was good. So they can go on with this for a long time, as long as they just keep making it good and interesting and new characters, but good characters. And make sure to pick the right humans to play the main human character or roles. Can't just choose anybody to do that role. Because that'll mess the movie up. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this while I eat. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I probably won't pick this camera back up no more tonight, but enjoy your evening. And thank you to those of you who watch. I appreciate it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.